Part 2. Characters: Jitendra, Kayal, Nandani, Balvant Singh, Callinga and others. Description: It's raining season. Most of the cattels become ill in this season. Today, Mr. Jitendra and his all family members are sad because their buffaloes are ill. Mr. Jitendra tried to call a doctor many times, but due to heavy raining, Mr. Doctor can't reach at the time. Mr. Jitendra has tear in his eyes. He can't imagine in his front cattle's about to die. After some time, cattles are completely laid down on earth. Due to sorrow, Jitendra also fallen on the earth and cry, "Alas! I am ruined. Oh God! What are you doing with me?" These cattles are the source of income for Mr. Jitendra. Now this source is no more. He's crying till half of the day. But Kaya console his father. After some time, Jitendra wiped his tear and outdoor to arrange a tractor to bring the cattle's dead bodies to the field. In here, Jitendra dogged graves to buried animals. Due to this accident, Jitendra can't look after his crop well. Wild animals harm his crop a lot. So Jitendra can't harvest his crop as he respects. Even from this harvest, he can't recover his invest. Just in next month, he needs money for Kajal's wedding. If he can't be eligible to fulfill the requirements of groom sides, they can break up the marriage. Mr. Jitendra discuss his situation with his best friend, Ratan Singh. "My friend, there are no one in this village who helped you by giving 5-6 lakh rupees except Mr. Balvant Singh," Ratan Singh suggests to Jitendra. No, I can't take anything from the devils like Balvant Singh," Jitendra replied, anonymously. By putting his hand on Jitendra's shoulder, Ratan Singh console him and says, "Just try to understand, you have no chance except this one. Just go to your home, discuss with your family, then take a relevant decision. By the way, you can return his money by selling your crops within some years." On understanding his family situation, next morning Jitendra decides to borrow money from Mr. Balvant Singh. Just getting the knowledge that Jitendra want to borrow some money from him, Mr. Balvant Singh reached to Jitendra's home in evening. On seeing Balvant Singh, Jitendra is surprised and think, Balvant is too interested to trap a man with money net. "Anyway, I stuck in a situation, so he must need money, so this rascal appear at my house," Jitendra's thinking with a copying smile. Jitendra welcomed Mr. Balvant Singh. Jitendra bring a chair to sit down. Balvant Singh with formal discussion. Jitendra borrow 5 lakh rupees with 4% interest. It's the start now. Mr. Balvant appear everywhere at his home, crop field anytime. This prick in Jitendra's heart like nail. Anyway, Jitendra got married his elder daughter successfully. But to be continue in part 3.